Hey guys, Coach Kieran here. Today I've got my client Eilidh here, 11 weeks out from her first bikini competition. Today we're going to be running through her upper body session. It's very shoulder and back dominant. Being a bikini competitor, they're the areas we need to bring up the most. So we're going to be going through a couple of shoulder exercises and a couple of back movements, as well as some arms to finish.
Hi, I'm Eilidh. I'm 35, I'm a lawyer, and I'm also training for my first bikini competition. I found out about Strength Lab because I live just around the corner, so it's really easy for me to get here, and it just turns out it's a really good gym with competition prep focus, so I thought it would be a perfect place for me.
So first up, we have the Smith machine shoulder press. The reason I'm using this over more of a barbell shoulder press is because it's on rails, it's going to give more stability. And with Eilidh, we're looking to retain as much muscle as we can through this cut for a competition. So I want lots of stability so she can push the exercise really hard, go as close to failure as possible without having to rely on stabilizing muscles and all that other stuff that you get with barbells. Nice. Another thing to note is the angle of the bench. So I go more of a 60-degree incline. So she's having to rely less on shoulder flexion, so getting her arms above her head and not having to overarch to get into that position. Never forget your micro plate. 2, 1, push, nice. 3, 2, 1, up, go, 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 go. Good. 3, go, good job, nice. Come on, up, go, good. 2 more. Up, push. You got it, all you. Go, 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 go. Good, 1 more. Come on. Up, push. All the way, all the way. Drive it, back against the pad, back against the pad. Up, up, nice. Well done, great set. Hard? Yeah. That was excellent. Very, very good. So we're up 2 kilos. That was hard. So now we've hit your top set. We're gonna do 2 back off sets just to get some extra volume. So I've reduced the load by roughly 20-25%. And now she'll go 2 back off sets in the 10 rep range. That was a pretty hard first set, so should be tough. Smooth, go. Good, 1 more, come on. Up, and again, 1 more. You got 1 more here. Chest up nice and tall, shoulder blades into the bench. And push, go, 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 go. Come on. Nice, well done, good set. How was that? So in that set, you would have seen I was cueing Eilidh to get her elbows slightly more forward. I'm wanting a 45-degree path because that will align better with the delts. But when people start to struggle, they'll tend to go further away from their midline, which doesn't align as well with the delts, taking stress away from there. Set here, let's hopefully get 10. Go, 1 more. Push, up, finish it. Push through your legs, push through your legs. Good, well done. Great set. That was tough.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was good, excellent.
It's been so good. There's a lot of moving parts to the competition prep process, and I wouldn't be able to do it on my own, so it's great to have Kieran and Andy and everyone at Strength Lab kind of guiding me through the process. I'm a big fan of Kieran as a coach and as a part-time therapist, which he also is for me. I like that Kieran knows when to crack the whip, but we also have a really good time in our sessions and we have a laugh.
Next up, we're going to do neutral grip chin-ups, so palms facing each other. I like to get all my female clients very strong on chin-ups to help build their back musculature. The big cues for Eilidh here is pull the shoulder blades down, and she's just aiming to rip her elbows down to the floor as hard as she can, keeping the legs nice and straight so the core's working, and then just trying to bust out as many reps as she can. Right, chest up nice and tall, elbows down to the floor, perfect, nice. Shoulder blades down, pull, 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 beautiful. Don't overextend, abs on, good, nice. 2 more, up, 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 nice. Go again. Rip the elbows. Elbows. Good. We'll take that. Nice job. Well done. How'd that feel?
Yeah, good.
Hard?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is that enough
Looking
elbow
jacked.
ripping?
Enough elbow ripping. That was good. All right. So 2 more sets. Hopefully 5 reps. Good. A little bit higher. Chin above the bar. Let's go. Rip it down. Up, 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 up. Nice. 1 more. Stretch. Pull down as hard as you can. Go, go, go. Good. Well done. Nice job. How was that?
Much harder.
So final set coming up now of the chin-ups. She's going to be pretty fatigued here, so we're going to aim for 5, hopefully get to 5. That'll be up a couple of reps, but we'll see how we go. Pull down, come on. Good. Let's go. Chest tall, up, rip it. Good, nice. 2 more. Come on, really hard pull. Go, go, drive the elbows. Elbows, elbows. 1 more, come on. Elbows down. Go, 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 go. Nice, well done. That was good. That's good. Good job.
Yeah, so I feel like when I first came to Strength Lab, I was really not eating a lot because I thought that's what I had to do to stay lean. But actually, we increased my calories by a really significant amount, and my weight didn't really change. But what did happen was that my energy levels increased and I just felt really well fueled so I could train harder. So I was kind of eating the most that I've ever eaten, but also looked the leanest I'd ever looked. So that was a really good thing to understand and something that I can keep using going forward.
So now we have the 45-degree neutral grip incline press. So we're using this as a bit of an assistance exercise to a main pressing movement, which is the Smith machine shoulder press. But the change in hand position and the angle of the bench will recruit fibers slightly differently. Here she's going to be aiming for more in the 8 to 10 rep range. Front of the dumbbell hits the shoulder on every rep, so every rep's the same. Good, well done. Make sure shoulder blades are on. 2, good, nice. 3, 2, 1, press hard. Good, make sure we get that dumbbell hitting the front of the shoulder. Get in that stretch position. Good. Press hard. Yes, well done. Come on. Press. Come on, every rep the same. We've got to hit the front of the shoulder. Up. That's better. Go, 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 go. 1 more here. Up. Go. Finish it. Finish it. Press. Good. Now really slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Good set. Nice. So with Eilidh now 11 weeks out from her competition, I don't want her thinking differently about her training. I still want her coming in, training with high intensity, trying to add a rep here and there, a little bit of weight here and there to each exercise, and just ensuring that we're still trying to progressively overload just like we would in her off season. All right. So push up, nice and strong. Let's try and get 8 to 10. So slow, make sure we're keeping these back muscles nice and tight. 3, good. Make sure front of the dumbbell hits the shoulder. There we go. Much better. 5, good. 6, nice. Slow on the way down. Control. Punch it. Good. Okay, here we are. 3, 2, 1. Push. Go. Go. Good. 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Push. Go. Go. Good. Now slow. 5, 4. Elbows in a bit more. 3, 2, 1. Stop there. Well done. How was that?
Yeah. Yeah, the vibe at Strength Lab is really nice. All the trainers are really friendly and everyone just wants to see everyone else do well. Yeah, I'm like so happy with the progress. Since I started working with Kieran, I've seen such a huge change in my conditioning, and it's just kind of continuing to go from strength to strength. So I'm really excited to see where I will get to by show day.
So next up, we've got a single arm cable row down or pull down. This is going to be more isolating the lats. So we're going from kind of a compound movement in a pull up, but we're going to be hitting the upper back, the lats, a whole host of things. Now we're going to a more targeted lat dominant exercise. So the big thing I'm looking for on this exercise is Eilidh's gonna drive her elbow down towards her hip, and she's really gonna try and tuck the elbow in as much as possible, trying to isolate the lat. And then as she comes up, she's gonna hold this feeling and let the shoulder blade move around and slightly up. And then she's gonna pull that shoulder blade back down and drive the elbow down back to her pocket. I don't want her just letting go of the shoulder blade at the top. She'll take a lot of tension off the muscles. I'm trying to keep her switched on as much as possible, driving the elbow down. Abs on, good. Nice. Elbow down towards the back pockets. Good, how's that feeling?
Yep.
One more. Just as you come out the bottom, hold this a bit tighter. So don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. Just to there, pause. Now pull down. Yep, much better. So often you'll see people in the gym doing half kneeling variations of this. Not that it's bad, but again, I'm looking for more stability for Eilidh so she can push it closer to failure. Using a bench will put her in a more stable position. She's got something to push against and resist what's trying to pull her this way, rather than being on the floor and having more of a core challenge. I'm trying to keep as much muscle on her as possible at this point, so getting something more stable is better for her current goals. 9, good. Okay, don't go slack. Pull, 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 chest up, good. 3 more. Tension, pull, 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 squeeze, good. 2 more. Drop down, shoulder back, good. Last one, come on. Drop down, 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 pull back, good, well done. Stop there. How's that?
Yeah, that was really intense.
So next up, we have a behind the back cable lateral raise. Now, Eilidh's doing a lot of different variations of lateral raises, obviously great for building the delts, and again, what she needs for her comp. So the behind the back cable lateral raise, it will make it hardest out the bottom, and then as you get up towards the top, it will drop off and become a bit easier, which is different to a dumbbell lateral raise where the weight gets progressively harder as you get to the top in what we call the shortened position. So changing kind of strength profiles will allow you to kind of target the muscle differently throughout the week. Stretch position, good. So a big thing I'm looking for here is just that her arm path is aligning with the cables and we're running in nice straight lines. And then she's getting a big stretch in the bottom, almost taking the hands behind her rib cage and then coming up to the top. Nice, perfect. And then with her arm path, I'm looking for, again, 45 degrees. And they'll align nicely with the delt fibers. Just starting to feel it now. Smoother, smoother. Keep it smooth at the bottom. There you go, slow. Again, think like you're pushing the arms away. We're not trying to bring the traps up towards the ears, we're pushing away. Go, push, 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 push. Good, 2 more. Keep the arm long, a little pause here. Now go, come on. Good, last one, let's go. Pause. So I'm really trying to get her to focus on pushing the arms away. So then the traps will be involved slightly, but it kind of reduces it because we're not shrugging as much if we're pushing the arm away from us. Nice, much better, good. Keep pushing the arms away. Push away, good. Another cue I like is initially feeling like you're scraping your knuckles along the floor so you're not just going straight up, which again, will bring less trap into it. Push away, push away, push away, good. 1 more, hold your form here, really smooth. If you have to hit a partial, that's fine. Smooth. Good. 1 more, come on. Slow. And go. Push, push, push. That'll do. Good job. Well done. How was that?
Oh, tough. If someone's thinking about joining Strength Lab, I would say definitely do it. It's a great place, everyone's super friendly and you'll feel really welcome and you'll push yourself hard and get some really good results.
So to finish off Eilidh's upper body workout, we're going to be hitting a tricep push down, just a straight bar here. Again, pushing as close to failure as possible. Nice stable exercise. So what we're looking for on this one is I want her to slightly pull her shoulder blades back and down, and it keeps the shoulder back. A lot of people, when they do tricep push downs, it starts to roll forward and they use their delt to push down the weight. Keep the elbow back as much as you can so it stays close to the rib cage. Good. And then I'm just wanting her to close the gap between her forearm and her bicep on the way up. And we're really going to be hitting the triceps hard here. Relax here. More here. More here. Good. Nice. Push all the way down. Drop down. As the set starts to get hard, you're going to want to go into this position where the shoulder starts to dump forward. We want a cue pulling almost back and down and holding that position next to the rib cage. And then we're only bending from the elbow and we're just closing the gap. Yep.
That's
pull this back.
Elbows
slight more lean forward. Drop this down. Yep. Now go from there. How's that feel?
Yep.
Right here. Good. Nice. Push down as hard as you can. Move with intent. Push. Good. 3, 2, 1. Close the gap. Then push. Beautiful. Hold this. Hold this. Good. Nice. That should start to get hard now. Push down. Okay, watch the elbows coming forward. We don't want them moving forward from the rib cage. These stay at the rib cage. Go now. Push. Go. Good. 2 more. Come on. Shoulder blades. Go, go, go. Good, that'll do. Well done. How was that?
So intense. So
hard?
intense. Yeah.
Good connection with it though?
Yeah, it felt much better than the first set.
Perfect. So that's Eilidh's upper body session done. So we smashed her shoulders, her back, her triceps. She's very cooked. Over the next few weeks, we're just going to continue progressing these lifts. Not much changes, as I said earlier, in the deficit. So keep focusing on progressively overloading, getting her stronger, and trying to retain as much muscle going into her competitions.
What's up guys, it's Andy. Kieran has just taken Eilidh through her upper body session. Now we're gonna get her into a posing bikini and see how she's looking, do a little bit of a check-in. She's currently like 10, 11 weeks out from her show. And right now we're just assessing basically on a weekly basis how lean she's getting. And I think we're still not 100% sure exactly what division we're going to be putting her in for her show. We're looking at either bikini, sports, or fitness. And as she gets leaner and as her body starts to evolve, we're going to get a much clearer picture on what exact division to put her in. Or we may just put her in all 3 divisions and see which one she does best in. So we'll get her in a bikini, we'll see how she's looking, and then we can make any adjustments to her plan for the week ahead. The slide glute shot's looking great. You can see the outline there, which is good. Beautiful.
Obliques are pretty crazy.
Yeah. Lovely.
Very good. Well done.
Very good. So we've just reduced Eilidh's calories down to 2100. She's, I would say, ahead of schedule. She's quite lean, and she's been quite lean even through the off season, which has been fantastic. We pushed her calories way up, weight maintained, body composition improved. So it really made our job a lot easier coming into this prep at, what was it, 16 weeks out. So now we're like 5 weeks into the prep, into the actual fat loss phase of the prep, and we haven't actually had to do anything really aggressive or anything like that, and it's played really well into the plan because it's just going to help us to maintain as much muscle as possible. You know, for a girl your size, eating over 2,000 calories, being 11 weeks out puts you in a fantastic position. So I think in terms of things we need to work on, everything seems like it's improving pretty evenly. It's not like, you know, the lower back or the glutes or anything is kind of lagging behind in terms of conditioning. So I think we just need to continue to get leaner over the next 10, 11 weeks and just make sure we come into the show in perfect condition, which we will. And it's just interesting because your weight hasn't actually changed that much throughout even the off season or even into this prep, which just goes to show it's not all about body weight. Sometimes Eilidh can get a bit frustrated with, you know, her body weight not really changing, or it might even go up a little bit. But visually, when we see her photos every week, or she comes into the studio, we can see that things are changing. And that happens a lot. And it's just something you need to take into consideration. So don't get frustrated if your weight doesn't move. As long as you're seeing all the other markers for progress improve, then it's probably a better thing if the weight doesn't move, because it means you're maintaining a lot of lean mass, or potentially building lean mass, which is always a good thing if you're a competitor.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video and got some tips and tricks to help your own training. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Have a good day.